everyone, this is Orchid. Today I'm working on a pair of ottomans for my foyer. I'm trying to go really low budget on this one because a lot of these ottomans I notice nowadays are well over $100. Anything that I think I would really want to spend my money on. So I found this pair. They were a little over $60 with free shipping. Very little cushioning. They were basically bare bones, nothing special about them. Of course, you have to go through that really tough process of, you know, stripping it. That's the hardest part of this DIY, I think. Removing the staples, just stripping. Just remember to keep your fabric because that's what you're going to use as your template. What I'm using to kind of combat the hardness of the top of it is to just double up on some batting, staple that onto the top. It's much cheaper than using sponge. Now these are just going to be sitting in my foyer if anyone comes in and they want to sit down to take off their shoes, so not for extensive sitting. Just trimming off the excess batting. This is the fabric I'm using. It's a blush color and it's some sort of polyester. I got it for $5.99 a yard. Just threw it on top and just cut the top off. I'm gonna be putting a button on top, so I just string that through and also string the needle at the other end. It should really be a straight needle, but my straight needles, the eyes are too tiny for the thread I'm using. I'm just using what I have here, guys. So you're just going to poke that through the hole and then you pull the needle through. And remember the button is on the other end, so see what happens. Yeah, very simple, very easy. And then you pull that really taut and staple the thread onto the bottom of the ottoman there. Smooth it out. Now this is a no-sew project, so basically you're just going to be using your staple. What I did was once I stapled one end, I stapled directly across from that, and I did that all the way around, making sure that technically I had a straight line going around the ottoman, the circumference that is. Now I just trim away the excess fabric. Now what I did was I used the fabric as the template. I doubled the fabric I bought, and a little more than double actually. Smooth it out with an iron. I'm going to be pleating the sides. That is why I doubled up on the length of the fabric. Now I basically just eyeballed it. I didn't use any measurements here. You just want to try to ensure that your pleats look about the same size. And I pinned them just to keep them in place. Not a very hard project, guys, just really time consuming. So this is how it looks. I actually laid the fabric on the other side to ensure I got the right length. Now this is me preparing to staple that on. To ensure there is a straight line between the two, this is a cardboard cording that upholsterers use. I'm not sure what the name is. I'll put that on somewhere here in the video. But I'm just going to show you the effect that it has, or it gives rather. Remember, I'm joining the two fabric here, the top portion to the sides. And you want to make sure it looks professional and neat, so it did make sense to use this. See the effect that you have, guys? There is no way you could have gotten that on your own. I'm using a tape measure to ensure that it's the same distance from the top all the way around. when I get to the end, I had cut the pleated material a little bit longer, so what I did was just overlap them, and I'm going to show you how that turned out. It all has to do with your pleat placement. So this is, for the most part, no sew. So you see, I just doubled over. Yeah. This is the only sewing that happens in this project. I'm sewing a banding to put around the ottoman, and this is an option. You don't have to do this. To flip it back onto the right side, you just use a dowel, poke it at one end, then just slide it down. There you go. So here I am stapling the bottom, the hem onto the bottom, that is. You can't do one pleat at a time. That's how I started. Then I had to pull it out. You have to do a number of pleats at the same time. And if you notice, I have to keep adjusting. I'm pulling it very taut also because I want it to look really smooth. Again, I'm going to say this, I'm not a professional, but I try to look as, to make my project look as professional as possible with my skills, however little they are. But you know what I'm getting at, guys. Replacing the bottom piece there, and then the legs. Now, I was somewhat inspired by my little niece's dress that she had. I should stick that in somewhere here. I will definitely do that. So I decided to make something of a tutu effect that you can add to the ottoman, whether you want to or not, or if, say, you are making an ottoman for your little daughter's room, this could be something that you would do to make it very girly and playful. And I basically learned how to do this right here on YouTube. You basically cut the tulle in strips and just fold them over and tuck them through like that. And this is how it turned out. So this is the first look with just the bare bones, very simple, clean lines. I think it's a significant improvement over what I had before. I bought 4 yards of fabric at $5.99 per yard. I only used 3, and I must say, guys, I tend to waste fabric. So you could probably do this project with a similar size ottoman with 2.5 yards, 52, or I think it was 55 inches wide, 54 rather. That's it with the banding now. Then I added this brooch to kind of jazz it up somewhat. And I'm thinking here, I probably will make a bow and then put the pin on top of the bow. And here is it with the tutu. Just something, fun for a little girl. She can take it off, tie it around her waist while she's in her room playing around. Then she can put it back on. I used 4 yards of tulle for this. It was only $1 per yard. I should have bought it on that roll. It's so much easier than to have to cut it in those strips. But also, guys, I just came upon this look by accident. This was right before I stapled the bottom on, and I thought this looked so cute and girly. So I just wanted to show you guys. A little too girly for me, but I thought it looked cute. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye now.